Somebody's selling something. I wonder, what does this mean? I don't have enough heat. I got plenty of power. I need to add heat. That's what it is. So let's just find some spots and put some heat. Let's put some there and some there. So now I got 150. So now if I come here, I should be able to power it on. There we go. And let's just kind of, let's just wait. I mean, we've spent a ton of money setting all this up, but I want to wait just a little bit more to see how our sales go, because now we're producing a lot more. If we go to our finance, yeah, we're going to be producing out the butt. And I got to make sure I have storage space for everything. And why aren't these? Oh, I didn't turn them on. These aren't on because I don't have anybody there. This is on. It's making something. It's making stuff. So we got product going out. We got stuff being made. I just kind of want to sit, because honestly, I'm scared. Anytime you get into a game like this and you just like double everything, it either goes your way or it doesn't. Meaning, either you've underestimated everything you know about the game, or everything works great and you can just keep making stuff and go to town. Let's look at completion rate descending, so, or ascending. Let's just let it ride. Let's let our salesperson do his job. Let's let our purchasing person do their job. We have all of that set up. We're down to $279,000. We're up to 298, so we made 20 grand. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this run before I go. I don't like these lines. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Just because it's odd. It's strange, right? It's why it's not in line with everything else. So there's some things to do. I'm going to dismantle. I don't know what line this was that we made. What is this? Combat backpacks. That's something that needs to be redone, revamped. Definitely. So yeah, let's just go ahead and, while we're here, we might as well go ahead and add these to the line. We know we're going to need at least one here. Let's add this one. Yeah, that'll line up. Let's pump it out just a smidge. One here. And let's go delete this and these things. So we get our mergers lined up. Because I mean, they have these for a reason. There's a reason why these merge type situations are here, because they expect you to work within the limitations of the factory floor. I mean, they don't give you a lot of space. You can have multiple buildings, but you don't have a lot of space. So you've got these mergers and cross paths and splitters. I'm going to pull off of here so you could have one factory that's just making the plastic fittings. You could have 10 machines making plastic fittings and run down and then pull off of there through a splitter. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. For me, for this first run through, I'm just trying to keep it simple so I understand the game and how it's supposed to function, and how I can be successful at that. And then I'll go back and look at, all right, how do I have real, now that I know how to work the game and be successful. How do I have fun with it? Let's delete these. Add, oops. Add belt here, belt here. Okay. We added line workers. I think I need to hire some more mechanics. I don't like hiring more people, but I think hiring 4 more mechanics to kind of keep an eye over things and keeping things up to date if I hold space. Of course, the new side looks great. Let's go over here. And we still got all kinds of machines that need some work, which is fine. Things degrade. But if we have enough mechanics going around fixing stuff, it shouldn't be a problem. So I think if I also would like to be able to look at these staff and line control. I can see that just fine, but I'd like to be able to sort by just show me all of my mechanics, because now I got a bunch. How many do I have? Weekly report. Here we go. 48 grand, 20 running costs. Let's look at our world totals. 48 and 24. That's going to change on the next report. I guarantee it, because our running cost has just doubled. So that's all going to change. Let's look at our inventory. Plenty of gloves. We're making stuff. We're up to 274. We should be making stuff pretty quick. I think I do want to go ahead and turn all these other things on. What was this? Backpacks. Let's go to staff. Let's go to line workers. Add 2 more. Add line worker Zayden to here, and I really wish the blueprint would include the line, but whatever. And then here we need to add Zorbin. Start that. Some backpacks being made. What was this one? Camo vest and camo vest. Camo vest. Seamus. Turn it on. Let's get Todd. So when I said I'm just going to let it sit and go, I lied. I lied. Let's just fire it up. So now I should only need 1 line person for these down here. So I should only need, let's hire 1 person. And we're going to add all of these machines. Did I not assign a person? I'm stupid. $16. Powered on. Hire another line worker. Skylar, you're gonna run this one. Start. Yep, let's hire 2 more. Might as well. Let's just do it. We're living in the now. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I won't even try. So get these all turned on. Assign to a line. 16, go. Get this going. Assign Salvatore. That one and go. All right, we got all the machines up and running and going. This is crazy. This is stupid. It's insane. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's crazy. I know. We just doubled everything. We hopefully send everything down to one line to the end production. Let's go down to here and kind of watch things as they happen. It's probably not the best view of everything because I want to see the end line, see the product go down, make sure everything's running. We have 2 facilities that aren't on. It's fine, but everything else should be. And so it should be going. There's some stuff coming out of here. To our boxing machines. And I think they limited the number of machines per line control so that you don't have... What's going on here? Oh, is this not part of that line? I thought I added it to it. There we go. They don't want one person running 50,000 machines, right? You got to limit it. Even this is like a real world scenario. Like if I were to work at a Ford factory or something, I'm not going to be responsible. One person running. I mean, that's what corporate wants to have happen, but union says, hey, you're not going to let our guys run 20 things when they should only be able to safely and handle one thing. Long story short. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. I think this is going to run. This is going to run and look good. This is going to look good and work efficiently. We're at our peak for our heat. We're at our peak for electricity. Wasn't even watching those as I turned things on. If we go look at our inventory, 2,200 gloves. We're making things. 260 pants. We go look at our orders. Should just be going much better, and it's going to take some time, right? These end products take a little bit longer to run, but we should be able to have twice the output, and only time's going to tell that when we look at our finances. So we got 6 days left in this week, and I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not kidding. Only things that I absolutely have to, like linemen or mechanics, I'm not going to adjust. I'm not going to add any more lines. I'm not going to add any more sales or any of those kinds of things. I am only going to let it run. No, we're not selling bullets. I'm going to let it run and fulfillment time. Just going to let these guys work and do their jobs. And we can get rid of that one because we're not selling bullets yet. Or bullets. I'm just going to let things go. Our USA influence or reputation should be growing. Just going to kind of monitor that. We're going to look at the globe and see our inputs and outputs for the day. We're going to save up to $1 million, maybe 2, and purchase another building in another location. And maybe set up bullets over there. That's probably not a bad idea. We got to research all this stuff anyway, right? We still got to do a bullet capper and former. We got to research it. So it would be foolish to take all of this down if it's making money. And I think that's maybe where they're going with it. Oh, I got a problem. Let's look at our problem here. We'll go to it. Oh, it's just right there. So he fixed it. He's fixing things. So yeah, we got maintenance guys. So yeah, you want to be able to have, well, I'm already making all this stuff. Why would I tear it down just to redo the next thing? The object of the game is to be a mogul. And so we have all of our military fitness gear or fit gear clothing wear being made here in this first factory, and we're just going to let things run. Might add a break room down here or something, maybe more storage. Would probably not be a bad idea, but we're selling it fast. It's just as fast as we're making it. There's no storage here, so that means it's not full. So I got new orders in. Just gonna let my guy do his sales. He's a sales. I think I can only have one, and that's fine. So then we need to start thinking about our next location. Do we want to keep it in the United States? Have another... I wish I could... Okay, new factory 1. This is... combat gear number 1 factory. That's what that is. And we can see the details of it. Some information about it. But our next expanse, do we want to do a facilities plot within a large industrial facility? I don't... It kind of looks like where we are now for 200,000. A large plot production with a large industrial facility. So I'm guessing this would probably be more for like vehicles. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Basic facility. We definitely want a chemical facility, and then we might want to look at this too. So for $125,000 we can buy a chemical location, and then we could buy a place that's just the bullets and firearms factory. Okay. We'll definitely look at those. I want to have more money in the bank. I don't want to get too close to zero. We can go in the negative for bankruptcy, but I don't want to. I want to be always in the positive, always in a position where we're making money. Look at our finance. We still got 5 days left to go, but if we look at our sales, gloves are selling. We're making money. That's what I like to see. I like to see that. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to stitch this in with another video. It's only 17 minutes long. But our staff. Henchmen, I don't need those yet. Line control. Why are possible recruits for henchmen? Minimum loyalty of 60 required. Well, I don't need those yet. But it's good to know that they're there. So yeah, research is really the only thing left. I think I got a couple of things left to do. Well, I guess I got a lot to do. Ugh, got a lot of research to do. It's just going to take time. So let me do that. I think we're on this one right here, the Capper Informer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to go. And then I think I can get the license once I'm in good standing. I got to keep that going up. So what do I do for my notoriety? I guess keep selling, keep daily charity. Need to keep it going to 200. Right now we're negative 220. How is that not meeting the criteria then? Need to be good with the US government reputation. That's my notoriety. If I go to orders, reputation, US government, my reputation's good. It's at 160 and it needs to be better. So how do I... Okay, so in my available orders, let's go to available orders, and let's look at this automation rule. So the rule says if it can be filled, rule condition, organized reputation of US government. is equal to or greater than 0. I should have said allies. So it'd be U.S. government, is that right? Delete that. There's got to be a way where I can say, hey, only sell to allies with a reputation of X. Or I guess it would just be CIA, U.S. Special Forces, and ST6. Or is that not the case? How do I get my reputation gooder? Clients, details, he's trustworthy. What's up, Jerry? I just need to sell more to the USA. Yep, see, here's the problem. We're down to 141,000. I knew that something wasn't going to work out right. Let's look at our staff finances. So our out is 75,000, but our in is 300,000. But why are we down to $141,000 all of a sudden? And that's the graphs that I want to see. We're spending money on things. It's probably this right here. It's probably that right there. Because if we look at calc, where'd my calculator go? If we take 100, we're buying 1,000 times the buying price is 272. That's $272. Okay, well that's fine. We can just alter this one. This is Kevlar. Let's just order 100 if we're down to 10. Since it's so expensive. That was a big punch in the face. That's exactly what that was. Because we had 300, now we're down to 141. We just bought a bunch of stuff, so stuff you got to keep in mind. Stuff you got to keep in mind, and that's why we need to be making more so that our sales can go up. So we got to also, and here's the next thing, bullets. Let's research that. If I go to orders, it looks like based on our reputation we are already selling to just the allies, which is fine. Let's go to order value, descending, ascending. Let's get rid of that and that. Some of these single item jobs, oh, I guess they're kind of expensive. We're down to 116,000 because we're buying stuff off the market, but we're not. Let's go here and check off these two and this one. Because Kevlars, they take a long time. So let's focus on selling a bunch of the low-level stuff. And since we've checked off Kevlar, we can still do camo vest. Let's look at, here's another problem you have, is you want to look at all of the lines. This is, what are we making? Kevlar helmets. Powered on, the whole line is powered off. So that it's not burning through as much. We'll leave these two up for funsies to build an inventory. But that's four spools of Kevlar that we're buying and going through, and if they're not selling very well, then is that the right thought? Back up to 158,000. And I totally know it's not a good idea to just sit here and watch your money. Boiled pot never, watched pot never boils. Is that what the thing is? I just know that we're making more of these smaller items, so we should be able to sell more. Does that make sense? I don't know. Make 26 grand. I don't know. Part of me says just let it run. Make the things. Let's do it. Let's just turn it all back on. Hey, this is the game, right? If this doesn't work, we start over. I start over and I got to do this all again. But we got some processes going. I wonder with my blueprints. Let's take a look at this, and let's look at, so we can have folders, local, global, and workshop. Let's take a look. Where are these? Local's this building, global would be the globe, and workshop would be browse, share, import. Let me go to my Steam. Oops. Cancel. Ah!